Hello, Trojan fans. It's tea time. I'm Jonathan Sellers, along with Troy's athletic director, John Hartwell. John, thank you for being here for our debut edition of It's Tea Time.
Jonathan, thanks so much for having me on, and we're very excited to be here for the inaugural edition of It's Tea Time to talk about anything and everything Trojan athletics.
Exactly. And let's start it off. It's tea time. What exactly is that? How did we get the title of that show?
Sure. It's something we've actually been working on for about 4 months in conjunction with Donna Schubert and her folks and university relations. And actually am hired on a third party to help us come up with that theme. And really, it's something that's so simplistic that, you know, everybody we show it to said, gosh, why hadn't we thought of that before? But it really captures the essence of what we're trying to do. Certainly emphasizes that T, and, you know, we want to drive that home as much as we can. There are so many words that involve us that start with that T. So it's the beginning of a campaign that folks actually are going to see billboards go up starting today. I think the electronic media goes up today throughout South Alabama, and then we've got some permanent signage going up, including the monster board just north of Troy. Will be going up before the game on Friday.
So fans be looking for more of It's Tea Time, and you'll be seeing it for quite a while, hopefully. All right, it's the start of the year. Everybody's really got a fresh slate. It's got to be an exciting time for you.
It really is. As we visited last week before the start of class, in one meeting with all 420 some odd student athletes, along with all of our coaches and staff, in another meeting, we said, hey, this is the most exciting time of the year, because at that point, every student athlete had a 4.0 and every team was undefeated. Certainly we're now a week in, and soccer, as you'll hear a little bit later from Coach Bentley, they did suffer a defeat this weekend, but not until after they won, so they're 1-1. But it is a very fresh and optimistic time, and very excited about the upcoming both academic year and athletic year.
Well, and just start of the year is exciting, but this weekend in Troy sports is exciting. A great home weekend if you're a Troy fan. It
really is, and an action-packed weekend as well. Starting out on Friday afternoon, we have soccer at home against Louisiana Tech at 3 o'clock here, followed by, and I may not get all of these right, a 5:30 Pep Rally that we've got, followed by a 6:15 women's cross-country race, followed by a 6:45 men's cross-country race, and then certainly with a pep rally sprinkled in between that 5:30, thanks to our student government, for putting that together. It will be on the far side of Trojan Arena by the new intramural fields, and then certainly Saturday, folks getting prepared for the 6 p.m. kickoff against UAB, the opening football game of the year. In-state rivalry. We've got a fireworks show post-game. Coach Blakeney's already assured me that that's going to be a victory fireworks celebration, so we're going to go ahead and mark that down, but it'll be an exciting weekend. And then followed up on Sunday, once again, by soccer at home against Jackson State. So an action-packed weekend for our opening weekend.
Well, let's go back to Friday. You talked about the pep rally. It's changed. It used to be at the arena, and now it's going to be on the practice field, as you said. People think pep rallies, they oftentimes think of just students going out there, but this is really for anybody to go out there. People coming in on Friday for that Saturday game can go out there and cheer on the Trojans.
It really is, and I have to send out kudos to Herb Reeves and Derek Brewster and their staff, and certainly Cody Farrell leading the charge from SGA standpoint. And this has been something that we've been planning for several months. And the focus of the student activities pre-game and certainly the day before this year are moving to that new intramural field there by Trojan Arena. And they will have a whole host of activities kicked off by the pep rally at 5:30. Coach Larry Blakeney and some of our football team will be there. And I think they've got a couple of bands scheduled Friday night. And then going into Saturday pregame, I think starting about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they've got activities going on, bands playing right up until game time.
Well, and another new thing for freshmen, though, is they're going to do the freshman run. What is that going to be?
Yeah, we're excited about the freshman run. It will be after the team goes off from their pregame warm-ups Saturday night. And once the band takes the field, all of our freshmen dressed in their Cardinal Impact shirts will run from the field house corner of the stadium catty corner across the field into the student section. So again, just something trying to get the students engaged in what we're doing, getting them excited about Trojan football and Trojan athletics.
Now, if those freshmen want to run in it, where should they meet beforehand to do that?
They are supposed to be at the corner of the field by Tyne Davis Field House. I think it's at 5:30. They're supposed to start lining up there. So again, we hope that all freshmen are able to come out and participate in the freshman run.
Now, are there any other changes we should see in the game day experience or just the weekend for the Trojans?
You know, one of the things that we're really doing is focusing on the fan experience in game, and we've got a whole host of things there. Some will be very apparent, some may not be quite as apparent to our fans, but certainly one as it relates to all the students and then the folks sitting in our club and suite areas is that they will have their ticket scanned, as opposed to in the past when we've actually torn tickets. We'll have scanners at the student gates that will scan the student ID. Not only will it let them have admittance to the game, but it will also track their points for the Student Affinity program that we're excited about launching as well. And then also for the folks sitting in the towers, in the club or suites area, they will also have cards. Actually, those folks' tickets this year actually look like a credit card, and they will be swiped. So we're excited about those changes. But certainly as it relates to the fan experience, some small things like an increase in the number of promotional things we're doing at timeouts, trying not to have any dead time at all, really, in the course of the game, so that certainly the football action itself, the 60 minutes of football, is supposed to be the primary entertainment, but we want to make sure, too, that the downtime, if you will, is not really downtime and it's entertaining for our fans as well.
Now, let's hit on this Trojan Affinity program. It's a great opportunity for students who enjoy going to the games to really reward themselves for getting to go to the games. Just talk about it for us.
Sure, it really is, and it's something, you know, we're not recreating the wheel here. There are other schools that do this program, and certainly we've had very good attendance in the past at football, men's basketball to some extent, and baseball. Really, the primary focus of getting this program going is to call further attention and increase attendance at our Olympic sports events that folks may not have been quite as apt to go to in the past. But now with the points accumulation opportunities by going to these events, we think it will really drive student interest and student participation. You know, we're very appreciative to Adidas for our partnership with them. It's a chance for a lot of our students to earn Adidas apparel, whether it's a visor or a t-shirt or a game polo shirt similar to the one I'm wearing here, and then some other opportunities to have some interaction with our coaching staff, right on up to the ability to win tuition for a semester too. So we're excited about the kickoff of the program.
It's a great opportunity, and you just hit on Adidas. Troy re-upped with Adidas this summer. Can you just hit on that for us?
We certainly did, and we're very appreciative for that partnership with them. It's a new 5-year deal. Really, it tripled what the value we had previously received from them, and they're going to do a lot of exciting and innovative things. I've slipped out a brief hint of Halloween, but certainly folks will want to pay attention to see what the Trojans are, what the apparel of the evening is for Halloween.
All right, looking forward to that one. And a game wouldn't be complete without one of the best bands in the country, the Sound of the South. Y'all are doing something for them this Thursday, a little appreciation for them. What are y'all going to be doing? Absolutely, Jonathan. And as you say, the Sound of the South, we're so fortunate to have what I think is the greatest band in the country. And, those young men and women work just as hard as our student athletes do, getting prepared for their halftime shows, and they very much add to the spirit of the game and truly function as a 12th man, if you will, for our football program. But we are, this Thursday evening after they finish practice, we're going to have ice cream and some Powerade drinks for them, just kind of as a thank you. You'll have our athletic staff and our football staff out there handing them out, just giving them a little thank you for what they do for us. You can't beat that after a band practice. I'm sure they're hot. You can't beat some ice cream for that. Exactly. You know, we actually did it last November, and I think it was about 35 degrees the day we did it last November. So we're
I'm sure it'll be a little warmer this year in August.
Now, something else I know you're really excited about, and I know Trojan fans are as well, is the radio coverage that we're going to be getting this year for football season. I mean, more than ever before.
Absolutely. Our partner, IMG, who is our corporate and radio rights partner, has done a very good job this year in terms of expanding the footprint of our stations of coverage. We actually have 18 stations, which leads the Sun Belt in the number of affiliates. They stretch from Huntsville all the way from the top of the state to the bottom of the state, cover a small portion of coastal Mississippi, and then throughout the Florida Panhandle too. The other thing, and again a thanks to our partner IMG for this, is Trojan fans anywhere in the world will be able to log on to www.troytrojans.com, follow the links, and be able to get a live audio stream free of charge anywhere in the world. So this is another added benefit so that anybody anywhere in the world should be able to listen live to Troy football.
And hopefully hearing a lot of touchdown men of Troy from Barry McKnight. Well, it all starts really this weekend, starts Saturday for the football team. Once again, just kind of give us a recap of what we can look forward to.
Sure, very excited about this season and not being out there all the time at practice, but going out to a fair number of practices, having a lot of the coaches and players come in and out of my office and just visiting with them. There's a quiet confidence this year that I think is very strong, a sense of togetherness and leadership, and certainly our having a senior quarterback, Corey Robinson, is very strong in terms of that. A lot of cohesiveness. They've talked about it ever since they started winter workouts and, doing the little things right. And we're very excited about the upcoming season. And certainly the new Wayne Bolt-led defense. Folks are excited about seeing that. So, we want people to come out, be early, be loud, be a Trojan on Saturday evening. Get there early. And hopefully there'll be plenty of fireworks in the game. Thanks to the Troy offense, and fireworks post-game as well.
Now, I know you've got a job to do on Saturday, and you're kind of working, but can you turn into a fan a little bit during the game on Saturday?
Absolutely. You'll see a fist pump or two out of me, so I don't hide my emotion during the game.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you every week here on It's Tea Time. And stay tuned for a look at the Troy soccer team coming up in just a minute.
I've been taking classes at Troy online for years. The staff and the professors, they care about developing me, not just academically, but in my future career. I feel that Troy is preparing me for my next mission.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education that can take you anywhere you want to go. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
I'm John Phillips. I'm an active duty soldier attending school full-time, and I choose Troy.
And our first Trojan team to get the season underway was the soccer team, and here with us on It's Tea Time is Coach Chris Bentley. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, as I said, you got the season started with 2 games so far. Can you just give us a recap of those?
Yeah, we started out Friday against Alabama State, had a good result, finished 3-0. Honestly, if we finished our chance in the first half, I think it would have been a bigger scoreline. But, we showed a lot of promise. I think we needed to make some adjustments. We were committing probably too many numbers forward in the attack at times. And as a result, the team that we're, against Alabama State, they were able to counter in some of the space we leave. And that was something we wanted to transition into Sunday with. Unfortunately, on Sunday, we didn't do a good enough job of that. And that might have given Stetson a few more chances on Sunday that put the game away for them, unfortunately, in overtime. So these are things we've got to grow with and prepare ourselves for conference.
Now, with the quick turnaround and travel from Montgomery, Troy down to DeLand, was it tough for your team getting used to that the first weekend of the year? Or is that just getting ready for conference?
I think it's important that they do get used to those things. We've got a weekend that we play Western Kentucky, and in the same weekend we play Georgia State. Oh, wow. So we've got to be ready to be able to do that. And I think we do a good job of traveling well with things like that. But you can't legislate for things. Sometimes things come up. In that trip, we had a bus breakdown even. So sometimes you have things that are funny that come up, but we have to make the most of the situation. I wouldn't use that as any excuse. I think we were prepared for the game, but we made some young mistakes, and that's something we can learn from moving forward.
Now, you had some newcomers that had some impact in those matches. Can you give us a look at the newcomers and who they were? Yeah,
I think there's quite a few that are actually fun and new. Abby Reynolds up as a striker is really creating some dynamic runs in the attack for us, which it's fun to watch. Nikki Harris, she's also played with the Jamaican national team leading up now, and She's very creative in the attack. She's strong in tackles. That'll be fun to watch. And then Niecy Jennings is another one that has really stepped up in the midfield and is she's creating goals for herself. She scored in the first game. And then lastly, I think Sarah Sheffield in the back. She's come in as a center back there a few times and done quite well too. So there's quite a few that are contributing right away. But it's not to say that all of them in some way, shape, or form are contributing now. I mean, in training, they've raised the level of play, and I think that shows when we play in games as well.
Now, you were the first team to get the season started, and you're the first team to get this weekend started with a big weekend of Trojan action with the 2013 Trojan Classic. Give us a preview of that.
Well, we've got La Tech coming in Friday. We've also got a couple other teams that are coming along with that. Jackson State will be in here for us on Sunday, as an example. So, it's great to have other teams here. I think it's always fun to get out and get competing. South Alabama with the other team, we won't play them, but they'll play the two opponents as well. So it'll give us a chance to get a look at them early in the season too. But having La Tech is a great example of a team that is something comparable to what we'll see in conference. They're a Conference USA opponent now, but they're certainly a team that can prepare us for conference down the road. And I think Jackson State presents a whole bunch of new equations in the mix for us to get further prepared for conference.
And not only a great chance for students to see Troy in action, but just a chance to see soccer. If they're a soccer fan, can go out there and watch it all weekend long.
Yeah, for sure. I think, we provide a great atmosphere for games. I think it's just fun to get out and get in the sun, and, I think every time people come out, they enjoy themselves.
Now, we'll hit it on real quick. Project 19, I know it's an initiative you're working on. Can you give us just a quick rundown of that?
Well, it's very successful right now. It's, we've gone worldwide. We've hit, I think it's over 25 different countries that we've hit on our Facebook page. Over 100,000 have been reached, so that's great. People are becoming more and more aware of our initiative, essentially. And I think the more people that are aware, it means the more people potentially we might hit with that could be a financial contributor. So things have been going well. We've been raising good money, and I think along the way with doing that, hopefully we'll be able to reach our goals of helping Kelani and further than that, helping with Hodgkin's lymphoma research.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck coming up this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was looking for something that if I had to take online, I could still take it, but I wanted that personal touch that Troy offers. I needed to be able to work around my schedule because I still support my family full time, and I needed to be able to be flexible, and Troy met those needs.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education with the flexibility you need. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
My name is Jeremy. I am a criminal justice major with Homeland Security. I needed to reinvent myself, and I chose Troy.
We're back on It's Tea Time, and now it's time to take a look at the cross-country team, which begins this weekend. Coach Jenkins, thanks for joining us here today. And you've got two young teams, both on the men's and women's sides. How have they looked so far?
Well, you're right. Definitely a young squad. And to be more specific, 5 freshmen in the top 7 on both sides.
Oh, wow.
So definitely a young squad. And every day in and day out, they've kind of shown some new attitudes that they haven't seen before. Last year we didn't really see this, and now the squad is so much bigger. And they've been looking really good in the workout. And they're all competing for different places. And it's like a tug-of-war match every day. One day one person may be number 3, the next day somebody else is number 3. But it's been looking really good, and we're excited to see how everybody gets out and races on Friday.
But you did tell me earlier that you've got some returners that you're looking forward to seeing out there. Who are they?
Absolutely. We're returning our top guy and our top girl on both sides. Julia Ostendorf from Germany. She's going to be coming back, and Enoch Karui is coming back. But also some people to look out for. Junior Sam Ammons, he's our team captain. He's going to be looking really good. He's been really fit and doing well in the workouts. And on the women's side, Kendall Harris has had a great summer. She's a junior this year. And our captain, Haley Davis, is looking really good. Look for her to be in one of those top 5 spots, too. And
with some younger people that you have on your team, how important is it to have those leaders come back?
It's imperative. And the captains on the team have done a great job in kind of bringing them in and welcoming them into a new program. And we've changed a lot of things from last year. And it's been a learning process, not only for them, but for me as well. And I really like the direction that we're heading, and they have a lot to do with that.
And you start everything this Friday with the Trojan Invitational here on the home course. What do you look forward to seeing on Friday?
Well, for one, it may not be the exact same course, but we're going to be hosting the Sun Belt Championships here. And to be able to have everybody here and preview this starting line and the finish line and how everything's going to work, a lot of the information that we're going to get from that is going to go into the Sun Belt Championships. But we're going to get some good schools here, some schools that have been regionally ranked, some South Region competition, some Sun Belt competition, and then some in-state schools. So Auburn's coming. UAB is going to bring their women's team, and they have a really good squad this year. Georgia State's bringing their women's team, who were Sun Belt champions last year. And South Alabama is going to bring their men's and women's teams who are going to be a pretty good force this year on both sides.
And now with the construction of the new golf course, it's kind of taken away or adjusted your course a little bit. Talk about what the new course is going to be.
Well, that's been, I can't say it hasn't been a little bit of a headache for us, kind of trying to work with a little bit of land that we have over there, trying to get as few loops as possible to run those courses. And luckily enough, this first meet is a shorter loop. On the men's side, we're running a 5K. On the women's side, we're running a 3K, so it's not as bad. And the course has played some really good new things that we have. The new starting line is going to be on the practice football fields. Okay. And so that gives us about 220 meters without a turn, which is great. And it means that the runners can kind of sort themselves out before they have to narrow down and turn. And then that's when you get a lot of problems during the races and stuff like that. But the course looks great. The grounds crew's done a great job at keeping it mowed down low, keeping it painted, and everything looks wonderful, ready to have people here on campus.
All right, and we know it's on Friday, but give us the when, where people should go, and I know you're looking for a good turnout with the new program with the students. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, the women's race starts at 6:15. That's a 3K, and the men's race starts at 6:45. At the same time, there's also going to be the Pep Rally is going to be going on with the bands playing afterwards. So we expect to have a lot of people out there. I know the fraternities and sororities will be out there, and they can take advantage of that Trojan Affinity program, and also they can scan in their student IDs and get their points for their Trojan Affinity. Okay. And it's always good for us to have fans near the finish line, and live music is great as well.
Right.
So.
All right, well, good luck coming up on Friday, and good luck on this season. We'll look forward to talking to you every week. And stay tuned for a look at volleyball coming up next.
Troy has many organizations here on campus that just give you the opportunity to find your niche here, to find your home, to find your passion.
On campus or online, Troy offers you the hands-on experience you need to pursue an exciting career in communications and journalism. Troy University.
Now with our final look of fall sports, we're going to look at the volleyball team with Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick. Coach, thanks for being here on It's Tea Time.
Oh, no problem, Jonathan. Thanks for having me.
Now, the Sunbelt polls just came out. Your team was picked preseason number 2. Just talk about that for us.
I think it's honestly just the ranking based on how we did last year. A lot of the teams in the conference are really different than they were at this point. We'll have to see if that's where we finish. We would like to think we'd be up near the top. And the goal right now is to be better in October and November than we are right now.
And also 2 all Sunbelt selections in Alexandra, and Blair Winston. Talk about those players and what they mean to the team.
Alex is a senior setter for us, so her leadership and her experience is a huge boost for us. Blair came in last year as a freshman, and they both earned the selections, and we were honestly disappointed we didn't get another player or 2 on the all Sunbelt squad. But we have a lot of experience from those 2 coming back, and we're looking forward to adding our new players to our returners.
All right, now you start the season this weekend as well. You're starting at Southern Miss. Can you just give us a little look at that tournament?
We play Stephen F. Austin first. We were 21-12 last year. They were 22-11. They're typically at the top of their conference. I think they lost in the conference finals or semifinals in 5 games, so they've had a really good history as a volleyball program. It'll be fun to get a chance to play somebody different other than ourselves.
Right.
And we know that if we don't play our best, then there's a chance that we're not going to come away with a win. They're very different than they were last year. We've seen some video on them, and I think we match up really well with what we do well, and I think we do some things against them that'll benefit us too.
Okay, and who else will you be playing this weekend?
We play Southern Miss second it's their tournament, so we play them on Saturday afternoon, and then we play Jackson State to round off the tournament right after we get done with Southern Miss.
Okay, and then you return home on Monday, and you're playing at Trojan Arena for the very first time against Georgia Southern. You're looking forward to that one?
Very much so. Our girls have been in there since February, really. And they're excited naturally to play at home, but also to kind of break in the new building for volleyball. I know basketball had a great season in there last year, and we're looking to try to keep things going in the same direction as far as wins. And it'll be a really nice arena, a really nice event for us to start getting used to, hosting the volleyball tournament at the end of the year. As much as we can play in there, the better. And we're really looking forward to that as well.
And what are the fans going to notice with changes, or the players going to notice with changes playing in the different arenas? I mean, is it different for them in there?
It's a little different. It's light. Sartain, while it was a great volleyball gym, was very dark. And the biggest adjustment, we've got two. One, the lighting on the floor is totally different than what we're used to. As far as the players looking up to find the ball, they look into some really, really bright lights. Also, the spatial recognition in serve receive and balls coming at you with an arena that big, it's a little bit more difficult to pick up the ball and be able to judge where it is.
Okay. Well, Coach, good luck on this upcoming weekend, and we look forward to seeing you here every week on It's Tea Time, and just good luck.
Thanks, Jonathan.
All right, stay tuned, and we'll give you a look at what's coming up this week in Troy sports.
I would tell anybody, if you're getting your master's, I would start with Troy first.
It's easy. You can take classes online. You take them in the class.
Being a full-time mom, full-time dad, and working full-time with Troy, it was just perfect. It worked for us.
On campus or online, Troy offers you an extraordinary education with the flexibility you need. Troy University. It's all you need to know.
We both earned our master's in public administration, and I choose Troy.
We choose Troy.
That's right. We choose Troy.
So let's get a quick recap of the weekend's events for Troy sports. Soccer will kick things off in Troy with the Trojan Classic against Louisiana Tech on Friday. The cross-country team will play host to the Trojan Invitational, which begins at 6:15 Friday at the new football practice fields. Then Saturday, the football team gets their season started with a 6 o'clock kick against UAB. Make sure to stick around postgame for a fireworks show. Then the weekend wraps up with soccer at home Sunday at 3 o'clock, followed by volleyball. We'll have a Labor Day match Monday at Trojan Arena at 2 o'clock. Well, we're out of time today, but don't forget, it's always tea time.